Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawud from the Men of Valor campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. And I want to do this video today as we are quickly approaching this so-called election day. All right. Something that we shouldn't be partaking in for sure. All right, but nonetheless, we're observing because of what this could mean as far as prophecy. All right, and how the outlook of things could drastically change depending on who becomes the president. Now, not to say it really matters, because the Lord's going to put in who He wants in. All right, not even the elites really have that power. Yeah, they control the powers that the powers that be. They put in the puppets and whatnot, but this is all the Heavenly Father's movie. So you can see multiple things pop off, man, and, concerning prophecy. Civil War, definitely World War III, Jacob's trouble, man. All these different things are centered around this election. All right, and we thought this was go down 4 years ago, but hey, it's happening now, man, and Lord willing, this is the end. All right, but nonetheless, all right, we're seeing a very drastic change in how things typically would be concerning the Israelite man, all right, the head tribe of Israel, which is Judah, the so-called African-American male, and how they've been castrated and buck broken for centuries now. And now it seems like they're getting a little bit of their wits about themselves now. As an Israelite man, you're supposed to come into the truth, but we know they're not. 2/3 of our people aren't gonna hearken into the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. But we're seeing a change, especially concerning the hold that the Democratic Party has held on the so-called black community, and particularly Jake, man. All right, everybody voted for Obama, which we know he's not even he's not a Jake. All right, he's a heathen. All right, and so you're seeing a full-on assault attack for on Jake men, because they're not with the foolishness no more. All right, Kamala Harris isn't coming with any tangibles, which you shouldn't be voting anyway. And if you do set up a king over you, it's going to be of your own brethren. All right, neither one of these candidates are of our brethren, and one's a woman. All right, she was not supposed to be put in a position of power, and that's according to the scriptures. All right, you got these pork chop pastors, as I'm gonna play, that saying that black men are sexist because we don't want this woman ruling over us. All right, which really we don't want none of these people ruling over us, but to put it in that worldly sense, just amongst Jake in the world, this is where they at. All right, it's a lot of movement going on. There's a lot of, they're not falling for the same shenanigans that they've been able to get away with, get over on Jake by doing for the longest, man. All right, so let's get into this, man. And Lord willing, it can be edifying. This is zerohedge.com. Media trots out disgraced black figures to shame black men into voting for Harris. When Democrats start losing the black vote, they used to roll out Al Sharpton, Al Sharp Tongue, and Jesse Jackass, as Elder Hawaii said, Al Sharp Tongue and Jesse Jackass, right, to frighten them into submission, right? And it worked. All right, with the boomers, with the Gen X, it worked with them. But now you have a generation of men, all right, hey, you got the red pill movement. Yeah, so, overall, men aren't just, falling for bullshit. All right, you can't get these men to rally around these women rally around this woman in particular when, she hasn't come with anything for it. You think you're supposed to get their vote and that be the end of it, But continuing on, it says, today they call in Barack Obama or Michelle Obama to reel black voters back into the fold, right? Oh, we had our first black president. Oh, but hey, now that his president has been several years removed, what did you really do for Jake? The hood was still the hood when Obama was president. And in fact, he dropped more bombs damn near, especially in recent history, than most did, War continued to rage on while he was president. It says, but what happens when the old false leadership ploy doesn't work? The DNC and the establishment media. Man, they out here, boy. Hey, man. It says the DNC and the establishment media are in a panic this month over polling data, which indicates a shrinking support base for Kamala Harris among minority groups. Some journalists are in denial, MSNBC, and others argue that black voters crisis is overblown. They note that recent polls show black men still supporting Harris at 70%, but compare this number at 2020 when 79% of black men voted for Biden. In 2016, 82% voted for Hillary Clinton, and in 2012, 89% voted for Barack Obama. A trend seems to be developing here, and it does not bode well for the political left. The Democratic Party has long treated minorities as their political property, correct? Consistently claiming to be their champion while viciously attacking any minority voter that leave the plantation. See, and I like this article. They on point. That left the plantation. The steady decline in minority support for Democrats suggests an awakening is in the process, or maybe a rebellion. And like I said, I allude a lot of this back to you got just men standing up on their feet. You got first and foremost, you got the Lord with His Spirit poured out on the earth amongst His men that are waking up, and we're standing upon our feet. And great fear is falling upon them that see us. But also, you just on a carnal level, Jake is just waking up in general to the bullshit. They're not falling for the same things. It says, in response, the media and Democrats have reverted to shaming tactics, calling black men misogynists for not clamoring to vote for Harris. Black men say it's not about her gender, it's about her policies and her consistent failures. However, the leftist political machine refuses to listen. They have become so indignant that they're trotting out any black figure they can find to browbeat black men, including disgraced figures. Kamala went on No Really, I'm a Christian campaign this week, visiting 2 black churches in Atlanta, including the church of Pastor Jamal Bryant. Bryant argued that real men would vote for her because real men support women. His comment ring a bit hollow considering his own life choices, and they blasted this dude. I ain't even gonna play it. He's just a pork chop pastor, man. That's all he is. But I will play this next one. So right here it says the media also recruited election denier, race hustler, and defeated Georgia candidate for governor Stacey Abrams, who admonished black men as sexist and racist for not coming out in the greater numbers for Harris. Listen to this shit.
Do you agree the black men who are not voting for Harris and won't even vote for you, as the pastor sees it, are prodigies? As you said, misogyny is still real.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real. And
I'm actually not able to hear it. I'm not sure if it's playing. But yeah, she's calling Jake misogynist and sexist and all that shit, basically telling us to get in line, man. All right, and see, that show you that the so-called black man has been beaten and trodden down for so long. Now that we stand up upon our feet and we thinking for ourselves, just in general, they're thinking for themselves. And now there's a fucking problem. All right, when Jake is the salt of the earth, and see, the Lord is putting us back on high. Of course, not these 2/3, but the Israelite man is the creme de la creme, man. All right, not no damn woman, and not no damn heathen woman at that. It says this is the same line of attack used by Barack Obama in his recent statements that the brothers were not doing their part to keep Harris in power. The continuing narrative suggests a coordinated DNC campaign, meaning they have actively decided that shaming black men is the best strategy they have. If that doesn't work, a new Harris ad campaign aimed at frightening black men with threats that women won't date them if they don't vote Democratic. And we don't need Eve, man. All right, that's been the sentiment of brothers for a while, man. We don't need Eve. Eve washed anyway. It says it's also designed to convince women to follow through on the threat. Right? You see the damn foolishness going on, man. Watch this video. I'm sure if you haven't seen it, the guy come in, he makes 6 figures. He over 6, he's 6'5", so that's everything a woman want. But they ask, do we plan on voting? He talking about some and they all pop their balloon, man. Just foolishness. The Democrats are confident in their ability to retain black female demographic in 2024, but it's men of all races that the leftists have a problem convincing. But, because the men are the ones that have to fight the wars, man. It says, but it's men of all races that the leftists have a problem convincing. Leftist politicians refuse to admit that they were wrong to embrace the woke feminist narrative that masculinity is toxic and that men must be re-educated from childhood to act less like men and more like women. While this propaganda campaign was specifically aimed at straight white men, they obviously did not count on straight black men joining the fight against intersectional feminism. And we ain't joining hand in hand with no damn Edomites either. All right, but nonetheless, I have been seeing a major trend of the fall of support of the Democratic Party for Jake men, or really just straight men in general. If you claim yourself a man, and you part of the Democratic Party, really any of these parties, but it would make more sense for these men to sway more conservative. Just being logical. All right, we ain't voting for none of these motherfuckers, man. We about to the Lord's about to set us back on high, man. All right, but this shows you where we at in this, we a week and a half away from the election, man. And they might put her ass back in there, and people gonna flip they damn shit, man. All right, but I wanted to grab this. Let's get this in 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Man, let's see, verse 3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds." See, us preaching this word, ultimately the Lord is bringing an end to this place, man. It's a pulling down of strongholds. Hey, all the lies and deceits and shit, man, is being quenched. And the truth is being declared, like it says in the Apocrypha, in I want to say 2nd Esdras. Right? So our weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're gonna try to demonize us. They're gonna try to come after us. Hey, you see all the shaming language. Oh, you're a misogynist. Men have heard all these things before. They're not, you're not coming with anything tangible. Just looking from these men's point of view, man. Because I understand it. And I wanted to speak on it because it is a shift that's coming. And that also goes into these enchantments. Let's finish off here. This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries when thou hast labored from thy youth." See, Esau has set up this. He'll set up his puppets, set up his, proxies and shit like that. Like the article mentioned, you had Jesse Jackass and Al Sharpton, and they would get Jake in line for the most part. They would kill some Jake men like last time around. They killed up, George Floyd and all these men. Had Black Lives Matter out here marching, but that shit just turned out to be Black Lesbians Matter, right? The president was buying all type of fucking houses and shit with the fund money. All right, so Jake ain't got nowhere to turn to for real, If they in the world, which they do have somewhere to turn to, it's this truth. Turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right, but we seeing a major shift in how things move, It says, verse 12 again, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries when thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail." The Lord's being facetious. All right, hey, you call upon your charmers and these, let them save you. You ain't going to be able, they're not going to save you. Because this is the end. The Lord is tearing down all these strongholds, man. Verse 13. "They are wearied in the multitude of thy counsels," right? They getting together trying to figure out, man, what can we do to get these niggas back in line, man? That's what they trying to do. They trying to get us back to the plantation, man. All right, but our minds are being broken free. Because, hey, they know once we wake up, all right, it's over for them, on that deeper level. Verse 13. "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm it, nor a fire to sit before it." It says, "Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even the merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one in his to his quarter, and none shall save thee." Hey, this whole place is done. Your Democratic Party, your Republican Party, it's all done, man. This is very well, Lord willing, the last election, man. All right, but we already see that it's going to be a different election. They're going to fudge them numbers, man, and I can't see, if you want to go based on votes, I can't see Kamala getting enough support to actually so-called win. But we know that these elections are they're selections, not elections. They're selections. You know, these presidents are selected. And hey, we might see some order of KO come out of this, man. They might want everybody to go ahead and turn up so they can drop the hammer on this shit. Or if Trump does win and they go to war, there is no changing of the guards then, man. Under wartime. But nonetheless, the support, when these men ain't trying to have no damn woman ruling over them, one. Not, and especially not her lying ass. She's getting she to support, like, to be the what they say, the leader of the free world, man. And she spent most of her career hating the so-called black men and persecuting them, sending them to jail. So why would they go and vote for her, man? All right, this shit is done. All right, so hey, these strongholds are being pulled down. It's a beautiful thing to see. And man, Lord willing, something pops off around these elections, man. But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Kakradash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.